Now that summer is here and the biting insects are out, I thought it would be interesting to take a look at another of these USB-powered vapour devices that is designed to put out insecticide vapour or deterrent, and it is sold for people who want to go camping or fishing. I'm not sure how effective it is for any of those things. The reason there's this bottle rolling about here is this is Avon Skin So Soft, and it's what they call a dry oil spray, and it's a moisturising spray that was originally designed for women, but they found that it had major insect deterring abilities, and it's actually issued to many utility workers who work in midge and mosquito infested areas. When I say midge is what we call them. No-see-ums is another name elsewhere in the world, but locally we call them midges or clegs, horseflies. They're horrible things. They don't really take any prisoners when they come out biting. And I've got midges out there in the garden at peak season. In the evening they start coming out, and you know to go in when you start getting itchy, and then all the little red dots appear where they've been secretly biting you. Anyway, let's do some electrical tests on this. I have a USB power supply and a meter, and I'll zoom down this so you can actually see the readings, and I'll plug it in. Now, one of two things could happen here. It could show a constant power, which means it's a standard resistor inside, but we'll open it up anyway. And the other thing it could do is it could show initially a very high power that then goes down, and that will suggest it's self-regulating. So I shall activate this, wait for it to boot up. It's showing 5 volts. I shall plug it in, and it shows 600 milliamp, 700 milliamp. It's changing, but it's going up. It's on its way. It's 800 milliamp now. It's heading for an amp, isn't it? I don't think that's self-regulating. Tell you what, it's possibly just the resistance value changing. Oh, it glows blue as well. That's nice. That shows it's working. It's over an amp now. That is very hot. Okay, right, tell you what, I'm going to leave this for a while. I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and I'm just going to let this heat up, and we'll see what the end stable current is. One moment, please. And after a cup of coffee, it's settled down to about 700 milliamps, so roughly approach about 3.5 watts, which is actually not too bad. It's getting very toasty hot, so it must have a self-regulating heater in it. Either that or a very bad connection. Okay, I shall zoom out. While I was doing that, I looked for alternative units. I found this one by Raid, and it's designed for in-room use, and it was about 5 watts, so it's actually feasible that this, for camping use, this would be okay. Do keep in mind it is going to pose quite a big drain on your power bank, though. You'd need a well-charged power bank for that. I shall put that power bank down out the way. Right. The other thing you have to consider is you do get these tablets with of unknown quantity of chemical. They do apparently change colour as they dry out, but you don't know the standard. I'm sure I've got a huge pack of those here. I do. Again, unknown integrity, a big pack of these insect pads. And then there are the original ones, but these have been here for a while. These are actually Raid, and they usually contain something like transfluthren or something that's going to disorientate mosquitoes and actually just put them out of a biting mood. I don't think it's strong enough to actually kill them. Anyway, I digress. Let's see if we can open this up. So the way you load it is you hinge this up and you put a pad in, and then you clip it down to actually lock it in position. There are fake screws here, but I think it just clips together. Is it going to be destructively clipped together? Let's get the spudger into it and see if we can get it apart. So I'm going to go the approach of jamming it in behind the USB connector. That usually works quite well, and has worked well in this instance. Let's see if we can get the rest of the pins knocked out here. Oh, it's looking good so far. What do we have? We've got a little circuit board. That's interesting, with 2 LEDs. A very hot resistor on a aluminium plate with, it's actually got a little bit of mica in there between it. So this is, I think I'll draw the schematic on this. I think it's just LEDs. But we can also bend these tabs up. Will the spudger help with bending, you think? They're just going to be aluminium? Or maybe they're steel. Is it steel? Let's get a magnet and... no, it's steel. It is steel. Right, I'm going to use something more stronger than the spudger for this. I'm going to use long nose pliers. I'll take a look at what's under here. If it is standard PTC elements held in place with springs, which is common enough. It is. There it is. It's a PTC heating disc. Ow, hot. Jammed between two contacts, and then when it's put in and clamped in there against that mica, which will also give it a bit of slidiness, it is the bit that's heating that. Also, it insulates it from that. Okay, I'm going to take a quick look at this circuit board. I don't think I'll be taking pictures, but I will draw a schematic just to show what's on here, because there are a few components by the look of it. One moment, please. Okay, they have totally gone all in on the blue LEDs here. They've not just got a surface mount blue LED projecting out along the surface of the unit, but it's also got a couple of little 3mm blue LEDs. There's a 150 ohm resistor for the center blue LED and a 68 ohm resistor for the other two LEDs. And even with the resistor not connected, it's about 30 milliamps it's drawing just to give it that exciting blue I am active look. So the circuitry isn't complex. It's just the heater straight across the 5 volts and then 2 resistors driving 3 LEDs. But actually, having said that, this unit isn't too bad. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put it back together. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to see if any vapor comes off these pads. I might even use the super duper raid pads and see if they fit in the first place. I'll be back in a moment once I've done that little experiment. One moment, please. Okay, it's heated up, and I think I may be able to show you the vapour coming off this. It's a very faint vapour, but I'll turn the lights off, shine some light across it, and we'll see if we can see it. And yes, these are the 2 superfluous blue LEDs that were just stuffed down the side and not in proper mounting positions because they were more of a hazard than a benefit. And it's already got its little blue LED in there anyway. You can kind of see it. Well, you'll see it when I turn the lights off. One moment, I'll do that right now. So now the lighting is set up more appropriately. You can see the blue glow is still there for the visual confirmation it's working. If I hold the light above it, you can see the vapour coming off it in little wisps. Not an awful lot of vapour, but it's there. And that's the bit that will be annoying midges and things in your tent or your off-grid cabin. Interesting thing, right? Tell you what, watch your eyes. The light is about to really come back. So there we have it. It's an interesting and usable device. Actually, I think you can see that changing colour as the stuff gradually vaporizes out of it. I don't know how long it will last, though. It may depend on the quality of the cartridge. But whether this is going to stop you getting eaten alive when you're camping is an unknown variable. I'm also looking at the plastic under there. Is that distorted with heat? Or is it just the way it's been moulded? I'm going to poke it. Poke. Not sure. It does look kind of bent. But there we have it. The heated tab vaporizer for the permathrins and the... What is that one? Transfluthrin is one of the most common ones. It seems to work. It just depends on whether you'd get any mileage out of having something like this. Do keep in mind, though, that something like this can cover a room in a building. So if you have like a small cabin or something like this and established solar powered 12 volt supply with the 5 volt facilities, something like this may actually have benefits. It may actually be usable for deterring insects if you go on camping trips in the wilderness to log huts and stuff like that. But there we have it. Interesting thing. And I suppose ultimately it heats the pads and therefore it works.